Hi, I'm Ricardo A. Torres-Iter. In this video, I'm going to discuss the bipolar junction transistor in AC analysis. So, before I start, quick introduction lang muna sa transistor modeling. To begin the analysis of small signal AC response of BJT amplifier, the knowledge of modeling the transistor is important. The input signal will determine whether it's a small signal or large signal analysis. The goal when modeling small signal behavior is to make of a transistor that work for small signal enough to keep things linear, not to distort too much. There are two types of models commonly used in the small signal analysis, the RE model and the hybrid model. So, here is the AC bias analysis. There are 4 steps to do. Kill all the DC sources. Second one, coupling bypass capacitors are replaced by short circuit. The effect of these capacitors is set to a lower cutoff frequency for the circuit. The third one, inspect the circuit. Replace BJTs with its small signal model, the RE or hybrid model. The fourth one, or the last one, solve for the voltage and current transfer function, input and output impedances. So here is the DC source, and this is the AC source. So what are we going to do is to kill our DC source, the VCC. So we're going to make it zero potential. What are we going to do is to make it ground, and our input coupling capacitor and the output coupling capacitor and the bypass capacitor, we're going to make them all short circuit to block DC and pass AC signal. After that, we're going to redrawn it. So this is the redrawn circuit. So the capacitors here are now short circuit, and our DC source ay nagawang ground na. So nagtataka kayo kung bakit wala na yung ating RE tsaka yung ating bypass capacitor. What is interesting here is the effect of the short circuit that bypass capacitor here. So when this is made short circuit, what happens is it bypass the effect of your RE. So what do we mean by that? That any resistor placed in parallel with a short circuit makes the value of your resistor equal to 0. So therefore, at the redrawn circuit, the RE here is no longer present. Okay, and then proceed na tayo sa next one. So this is the redrawn circuit. So the next step we need to do is to so nagtataka kayo kung bakit naging ganyan. Ginawa lang natin kasi yung R1 and R2 ay parallel combination. So ginawa natin ganyan. Yun yung base model natin. This is the collector, this is the emitter. So this is modeling of BJTs begins here. Transistor small signal AC equivalent circuit. So yung transistor natin ay papalitan natin ng transistor model. Either, as I mentioned earlier, meron tayong 2 types of signal model, the RE or hybrid model. Kayo na lang bahala kung ano yung pipiliin nyo dyan. Thank you.
So dito meron tayong important parameters sa pagkuha ng input impedance, output impedance, voltage gain, and current gain. Sa input impedance, nag-range siya ng few ohms into mega ohms. The input impedance of an amplifier is the value of a load when connecting a single source to the input terminal of the amplifier. So dito yung two-port system determining the input impedance. So dito para lang siyang Ohm's law. Ito yung resistance natin, ito yung voltage, saka ito yung current. Tapos sa pagkuha naman ng current, meron tayong Vs minus Vi over R sense. Ito yung resistance natin. Ito yung voltage natin. The input impedance of transistor can be approximately determined using DC biasing because it doesn't simply change when the magnitude of applied AC signal is changed. For example, meron tayong ano dito. Sabi dito, for the system of figure below, determine the level of input impedance. So dito, meron tayong, yung VS natin is meron tayong 2 millivolts, meron tayong 1 kilo ohm na R sense, tapos meron tayong VI na 1.2 millivolts. So direct substitution lang to, VS minus VI over R sense, meron tayong 2 millivolts minus 1.2 millivolts over 1K, makukuha natin na 0.8 millivolts over 1K. Ang makukuha natin current ay 0.8 microamperes. Sa impedance naman, meron tayong VI over I, meron tayong 1.2 millivolts, tapos yung nakuha nating current dito ay substitute lang natin dito sa sa I, 0.8 microamperes. So makukuha natin is 1.5 kilo ohms. Sa output impedance naman tayo, nag-range siya ng few ohms to 2 mega ohms. Ayan. The input impedance of an amplifier is determined at the output terminals looking back into the systems with the applied signal set to 0. So, yung applied natin, voltage natin is 0. So, yung formula lang natin ay same lang kanina. IO is equals to V minus VO over R sense. Tapos meron tayong ZO dito na VO over IO. For example, sa example na to, for the system of figure below, determine the ZO if V is 600 millivolts, R source is 10 kilo ohms, and IO is 10 microamperes. So dito, meron tayong given na IO. So, hahanapin natin yung VO. So, ito, cross multiplication lang dito yung gagawin natin para makuha yung VO. So, 600 millivolts minus 10 microamperes, tas i-multiply natin yung 10K na resistor natin. Makukuha natin is 500 millivolts. Sa ZO naman, meron tayong VO over IO. Substitute lang natin yung nakuha nating 500 millivolts. Tapos, meron tayong 10 microamperes is equals to 50 kilo ohms.